Welcome to Poeartistry Gold number 173, Perceptive Readers. This is one of those podcasts where I have to say, is that a shameless plug he's throwing in there? And it's almost like, hey, I don't even call it shameless because because if it's just something that you find an interest in, it is just something that you find interest in. And hey, anyway, this is what I want to talk about. You know, it has to do with YouTube, okay? And there's something that I've been hearing from different content creators, and I told you, very good ones at that. You know, I'm not here to to actually be in the critiquing of information or content creation or anything of that nature. But this is what I want to still talk about. That those ones that, man, I know for some years or what have you, have actually been able to be monetized and things of that nature. I'm hearing of some of them now being demonetized. Now, they don't go into the reasons why they're being demonetized. I'm still going to share that I found this interesting, though, over the past month, okay? There was one video that I created, okay? You know, again, it's me, and, you know, talking off the top of my neck or, or what have you, whatever you want to say, off the side of my neck or what have you. But yeah, I was just, you know how I'm always talking like this in my Poeartistry Gold moments and things of that nature. Been doing it for years, starting with the Perceptive Readers podcast. We talk about, you know, nonfiction and fiction, the sage, etc. Okay, well, recently I had made a video, but what I did, you know, with my creation, my assistant, Poeartistry, is I made sure that an image was designed or created, and it still dealt with another agent that I'm pretty sure still came from Gemini or Google or what have you, okay, that actually gave me one of my just picture formats or what have you. And I already told you about that when I did that, then all of a sudden I did get a label on one of my videos that said, you know, AI. I told you when I hovered over it, it didn't show or tell why that label was there. And I mentioned how it could still be misleading. Well, let me tell you this. I looked up one of the reasons specifically that was placed on one of my videos, and I saw it also with another video, you know, from a totally different content creator or what have you, where it was just a picture of, I mean, a beautiful a picture, and it still had, just like even one of mine, a image of a person in it. Okay, brand, what have you. But see, the explanation as to why it was the label was there, I said to myself, boy, that is just so misleading, because it was misleading from just the content, okay, the speech, the music or what have you, but it had totally focused on just the image that was created. Okay, just the image. You know, same thing that my video had. And yet the explanation still was, let me tell you, the way it sounded, okay, I'm putting in my words, it's almost like, we have labeled this, you know, I'm putting in my words, we have labeled this because this is showing a misleading or not real event or what have you of a person, you see, of a person, and that's why we put it there. And you see, you notice I'm throwing a tone in there with it as well. But no, I got to tell you, okay, for many years before, the capabilities of the artificial intelligence and the agents have come in, you still had many artists who would paint the same scene, who would create again the same type of artwork in marketing, etc. In marketing. So how can that application really be made about this was artificially, so to speak, created a type of event that didn't really happen, when isn't this what people have been doing still for marketing in the first place, for sales, for billboard signs and stuff? See, I just can't really agree with the way that some of these videos are being labeled, because I'm like, no, that's still taken away from what the person really is still doing in the video. All they're doing is adding, again, another beautiful, beautiful presentation to the marketing, to the brand or what have you. But it's like it's been slapped on there just because it was created by one of the AI scripts or what have you. They have different explanations why they place these labels on the YouTube videos. I know, but in this case, this is what I mean. You probably say a shameless plug. I say again that, man, if you're going to still just place a label on anybody or content creator's work, you better make sure you're really specifically naming exactly what it is, and just trying to throw that one label that somebody was trying to basically put in false advertisement through AI or what have you, for a beautiful picture, for a beautiful brand, for it actually having a person. Because remember, you got artists who have been drawing for years, starting from the regular, okay, I don't want to make light of anybody's work, but this is all to say, I mean, starting from Disney, Bugs Bunny, and so forth, all the way down to the day, caricatures of humans and people and stuff that I didn't really see in this case, from what the video was created, even like I said, mine, why the only statements that would have been applied was that, okay, I got this brand, like Reading Wisdom, I got this, AI agent created, of a person, Poeartistry, you see what I'm saying? Then my Reading Wisdom title and everything else to go with it, the information, the website, or what have you. I don't see how in any way that is misleading. Okay, I said all that just to express that. I don't see it as being misleading. Do you? But then when you get an AI stamp like that, and if somebody goes and clicks on it and read it, and then the only explanation is this is misleading or what have you, it's not a real live event or whatever, what in the world are you talking about? So do you understand what I'm saying, perceptive reader? I just feel like it shouldn't have been labeled in that case, and not for the reason that it labeled on. Even when it comes to the art and the creation behind everything, it's like the agent that actually did the work did the same thing that even humans still do today. You may not be able to tell the difference between whether a human created that picture or not, but the whole point is there needs to be some better description or explanation on why something got dinged in that way. And so what am I saying? I'm saying in that case, it didn't even apply. It didn't even apply to have a label placed on it. It doesn't even matter. And I just don't feel that, human beings need to have such things so meticulously branded in that way. You see, for YouTube, it's like it's not even necessary. It's art. you see. And the question is whether it was created by, um, an artist who I guarantee you will have all his work, you see, his slogan, his brand name, his signature, you see, his copyright, all that type of stuff that they place in their own videos, even to the side. So it's something that I just don't feel YouTube really necessarily needed to get into that. And another reason why I mention that is because remember, that's where all that censorship stuff got started in the first place, and shadow banning way back over a decade or so ago. Remember when people used to strive very hard to even get their blue star check marks, verification, that they're a real person, that they're a real public figure, that they're a real company, or what have you. I mean, it got so stringent on a lot of persons and their requirements and things of that nature. It was so bad, and I'm saying this as a joke, that here it is, you couldn't even get a blue star check mark for who you are. You living and breathing, who you're the real person. But then somebody else who's not even you could actually get the check mark for actually imitating you. You see what I'm saying? Or made it up or what have you. But my whole point is, I just think that's in my opinion, just putting too much into trying to let people know whether any type of component at all was used by AI to create this video that the person is now watching. That's the way I truly feel. And I know I told you, as one person had mentioned, I already mentioned this earlier to you in the prior video, how one person was talking about that I'm gonna just say the powers that be still just don't want a lot of persons all of a sudden running scripts and putting out thousands upon thousands of videos apparently, and having them monetized on top of that. And it's like there was no interaction at all, because apparently they really still just want real live, content creators and things of that nature. You see, whatever the reason may be. All I can just say is I still wouldn't want to be too heavy-handed on throwing those AI labels around, especially when you have somebody who may just be doing recipes and cooking shows and documentaries, and I mean, I could go master classes. I could go on and on and on. These tools have been developed to present their work even on a better level. That yes, you can actually sometimes pay artists thousands upon thousands of dollars like they used to do, and I admit that they may not do it anymore, but the art is still the same. And you know me, I'm a strong advocate for still using the human touch to everything. Uh, there are some persons that will continue to, I know, support artists, creators, and things of that nature, pay them what is due them as well, who create these wonderful images and these creations and things on that level. You see, all the same, I just think there is a better way of giving people choice and not really labeling something that just doesn't always need to be labeled in that way, especially when you still have the human doing what the human wants to do to make a living and monetize and things of that nature. So these are just some thoughts, just some thoughts, because it is one of those things that I've thought about and talked to you about for years on end, because it just seems to sit more right with me. You know what I mean? When I'm analyzing those type of things, and I don't like to go overboard on something that a person may really be relying on, and they just get dinged for a very frivolous reason, really. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you today. Have a wonderful time, morning, afternoon, and evening with a good meal. Take care of yourself.